Hey guys, TPL here, and welcome back to another video. 2 weeks ago we talked about things that had to be added to Sea of Thieves, so today we're going to talk about things that need to be changed or just removed from Sea of Thieves. Sorry that I didn't post last week. I was really ill, and sometimes I just find it hard to fit it in with school and all that was going on, but today I did have time and I'm feeling better, so well, I hope you enjoy the video. Before we start, please like and subscribe, and if this video doesn't convince you, maybe check some more out on my channel. So, see ya. So the first thing that I think should be removed is the grub spawn rate. Now, this may not seem like a big issue to you, but I just find it so annoying how many grubs that you can pick up when digging. So I did a test. I dug 10 holes multiple times to see how many grubs would spawn, and every time I got 3 grubs. So obviously 30% of the time you'd pick up a grub, which is just kind of annoying. I wish they could make it 20% and maybe another 10% you get like loot or something. I don't know, maybe something else. I just feel like grubs are pretty useless and people don't usually use them as much as they spawn, if you know what I'm saying. Here's me doing it again. Just digging the last final holes, and as you can see, 3 grubs yet again. And one more time just for good measure, and as you can see, just a sec. I dig up, that's the last few grubs, and you saw the 2 grubs at the beginning and you saw the one there, so that is another 3 grubs. So as I said before, I just wish they could decrease the grub spawn rate to maybe 20% or 10, because to be honest, unless you're like fishing, like you pick up grubs sometimes but you never really use them, to be honest, or at least not my personal experience, and it's just kind of annoying. I wish you could dig up something more useful, and maybe that could be added in another season. But yeah, that's the first thing. Let's move on to the next. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is something I think most players can relate to, unless you're probably new to the game, but the Red Sea. Now, how many times have you been chasing someone and they just sail into here? Oh my word, this is like the most annoying thing in the game. It's just that, because the loop doesn't drop, you get nothing out of it. You've just been chasing them for literally even like hours, and they just do this. They just go into the Red Sea, they get sunk, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's literally nothing you can do about it. As you can see, there's a skelly sloop behind me that like luckily spawned, so I can just prove to you that like they can't come in here because they'll just sink. And even if they manage to bail, which is literally impossible, they don't get any loot. They wouldn't be able to survive long enough. So there's like a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. And I just think they need to remove it, or at least do something about it, so that people can't just use it as a runaway. And as you can see, that sloop is nowhere near me. You know, it just gets very annoying after a while. I don't have any suggestions, to be honest. I think they should just remove it, and it's just that if you go to the edge, you just can't. Like, you go to the edge, there's just like an imaginary wall there, you just can't do it. It just turns you around, but like you don't sink. So there's no way to sink yourself except like maybe running into a island, which is fair enough because then you can get the loot. But this, no one can get the loot, and that's the most annoying part about it. As you can see, you sink pretty easy. There's no escaping this. It didn't take too long. I sailed in there maybe like a minute max, probably a bit less. So yeah, that's definitely another thing that needs to be removed from Sea of Thieves. And here's another thing that needs to be removed from Sea of Thieves. So I just came back from the Red Sea, and guess what? I'm spawning right next to where I just died from. So this is the part that I found pretty ridiculous. Like, you'd sink someone and they just spawn, and you could basically like see them. Like, I'll show you on the map where I was. So as you see, here I am, and I was literally right there. I just came from there. I was up here. That's where I sunk, right there. And look how close I am. Look how close I am. I mean, should I really be that close? No. Yeah, I should be much further away. So that's another thing that annoys me. It's just like you sink someone, the fight's not over, they're just gonna come back. I should be spawning where I'm circling right now, Devil's Ridge, because that's like pretty far away, or maybe even Plunder Outpost if it's available. So yeah, that's another thing that needs to be removed from Sea of Thieves. And the final thing that I believe should be removed from Sea of Thieves is portal hopping. I made a video on this, I'm gonna link it right now, but just like the Red Sea, it's very annoying. And it's even worse, and let me show you why. I've already done a video on this, but just to summarize, basically what you do is you start a tall tale, you go through this nice little portal here, you come out to here, and you keep on sailing until you're going through this portal, And this portal leads you to the other side, which leads you to here. And then all you gotta do is vote to cancel the tall tale. Here. So this is now a different server. And yeah, you're not in the pirate's life anymore. This method is exactly like portal hopping, except one thing. You get to keep your emissary flag. All the loot will drop, so if you're chasing them, you will get the loot, but it's just not the same. And the problem is you get to keep the emissary flag, so it's a benefit for you. Like, why wouldn't you do this? You literally get to keep all your resources, your emissary flag. So if someone's chasing you and you're like, oh, I don't want to do the server, but I also don't want to lose all my resources that I've collected, literally, just do this method. Guys, thank you so much for listening to me talk about this today. Please subscribe, it really does mean a lot to me, and turn on the notifications if you do. Also, join my Discord, I got the link down in the description, and that means that you can play with me in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.